this.
Well, welcome back to the Perfect RA mini pod. We got a special mini pod episode that we wanted to talk a little bit about work-life balance. Now, like normal in my mini pods, I want to talk about value adds, right? How are we improving our relationships with our clients, with our team members, with our prospects, with our family, etc. And this work-life balance really comes into effect, especially as we're dealing with all the corona stuff and changes that's there. There's a lot of things we need to be thinking about. We're finding ourselves this year having to work from home a lot more, whether by choice or just by forcing mechanisms, a lot more video conferencing. Our clients are having to do the same thing as well. So how do we transition this into some positive things? Number one, start at home, right? For your work-life balance, are you getting sucked into the computer when you're at home and you're not really stopping work, right? Do you have a tendency to say, oh, I'm going to do one more thing, and your work is all set up, and now you're interfering with your family time? Or is your work time being interrupted by your family? Kind of keep coming in. The kids keep coming in. Are you done yet? Can we go do this? The spouse comes in and asks these questions, right? How are those things set up? And how do you need to set up a good framework for success? As we work from home, one of the things that I love to have set up is as close as I can to an identical environment to my office. Now, the reason I do that is because it's productive, right? I know when I show up to work, it is not time to lollygag. It is not about watching Netflix and YouTube. It is about actually getting to work and not playing office. Therefore, at my house, I have a standing desk, right? The same thing I have at the office. I have a standing desk. I have a duplicate headset. I have a duplicate computer system. That's all there. Now, if you're not in a position to make everything kind of the same, then do as close as you can. What can you do to create a very productive space? Also create forcing mechanisms. We love forcing mechanisms, as the nation should know. And I like to do this with like outside activities. So at what point in time am I going to wrap up for the day and go do something with the kids, go do something with my wife, etc.? What this does is it doesn't allow me to focus to get sucked into one more thing. It doesn't allow me to get sucked into doing X, Y, and Z. I can focus on getting my work done. I have a lot of stuff I got to get done in a limited amount of time. Then I know I'm going to take my kids for a bike ride, and I know we're going to go rock climbing, or I know we're going to go out to the range, or I know we're going to go do some activity, something outside the house. That's what I need, is a good forcing mechanism to get out there. The opposite side of this is letting your family know about this as well. What are the rules that need to be set up that work for everybody, especially if your spouse now has to work from home? What are those rules and communications that have to be set up that is the most creative and dynamic for you? So when is it okay that the kids come in or don't come in? When is it okay to be interrupted at home or not interrupted at home, so you can have a productive work environment? You need to flip that around as well. If your spouse is working from home, what are the rules that are set up before you can interrupt them? These are really important things that, especially as we go into this fall, as this crap continues, we're going to see more of this, and being productive at home is such a key thing. Now, let's talk about how this affects clients as well. Not only are you more productive, but one of the things that we've been really big in with our clients is talking about how this is probably going to go into the fall, and making sure as home office equipment comes available, our clients know about it. They're able to set up their home offices the way they need, and also explaining how this works from them. A lot of the times, well, us as advisors, right, we're able to work from home, work remote a lot. A lot of our clients aren't. So how can we educate them on some great work-life balance, some great forcing mechanisms so they can maintain their mental health? This is all about the value add stuff, which is right here. It's not just about rate of return, because guess what? We can't control that anyways. This is really focused on how do we affect our clients in other ways to add value. And I really think the home office side is one of it. So reaching out to them, finding out how they're set up, what are things they need to be thinking about, talk to them about your own forcing mechanisms to make sure you got the mental sanity, but you're able to be very productive in what you do. So these are key things that we need to be thinking about as the perfect RA. Well, I hope you're able to take that. Again, this podcast is all about action items. So what are those forcing mechanisms that you need to put in place? What are those rules that you need to get set up to make sure you are successful? And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The perfect RIA.